is will I be buying that for Christmas Day? Do you enjoy your Christmas dinner, Rolo? Opening the box up.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
Christmas dinner all wrapped up from Iceland. We put this Christmas dinner to the test last night. We've given it a try. What's it like for value? What does it taste like? Is it worth buying it? Is it worth the hype, guys? And should you buy this for your Christmas dinner? Well, let's dive into the video to see. I'm going to take you through a full step-by-step of me cooking this Christmas dinner last night, share the instructions with you, all of the food, what does it look like when you open the box, how easy is it to follow, and then when it's all plated up, I'm going to share that with you too. And don't miss mine and Emily's review at the end of exactly what we thought. So the Iceland Christmas dinner all wrapped up from the freezer, straight into your oven, straight onto your Christmas plate for 2025. So this Christmas dinner for 4 box from Iceland all comes frozen in this massive box. But what you can do, which is exactly what I did, is take all of the contents out, pop them in your freezer separate, keep the box separate. That way you can fit it all in the freezer. A big point to note as well is all of these items are available separate. So if there's certain items that you might like and others that you don't, you could just use them. So this video is still going to be super useful even if you don't want to buy them as a whole. All of them are sold separately, as I say. But the big point to note is don't be off put by this massive great big box, because it is actually pretty deep at the side here as well. So for a lot of people, it's not going to fit in your freezer as a whole box like this. But just do what I did, as I say, literally separate everything up into your freezer drawers, and that way you're going to get it all in ready for Christmas. So let's dive into the rest of the video. What's the verdict going to be like? Well, you're going to have to watch all of the video to see. Don't miss our review at the end, our full review of what we think to the Christmas dinner 2025 from Iceland. Obviously, if you like Christmas content like this, or just food hauls, food reviews, etc., definitely subscribe to our channel. Lots more food related things coming up on our channel. We often do shopping hauls and shop with us, lots more coming up on our channel. And of course, travel and holiday adventures, which is our passion. So definitely keep watching our channel here at The Brownie Life. And obviously, if you do like today's video, definitely give us a big like and hype the video. It'll really help our channels. So let's get unboxing the Iceland Christmas dinner for 4. This is a Christmas dinner, so excited to get this box open, have a look at the contents of it, and then get everything in the oven and start doing a bit of a taste try as well. So let's get the box open. Opening the box up, a really convenient box that everything comes in, which is super amazing. This is the Christmas dinner for 4. Cooking instructions on the back of the leaflet has everything in terms of the times, how you cook it, whether you pan fry it, oven, air fry, etc. So lots of different options, so you can pause it, have a good look to see if it's something that would suit you and what you have, etc. I'm going to oven cook everything except the carrots and the sprouts, because you can pan fry them and that is a quicker time. Right, so let's get to the contents. So first of all, we've got sprouts in bacon. Looks amazing, and you can pan fry them, as I say, not just oven. Honey glazed parsnips, I will be popping them in the oven. Maple glazed chantenay carrots, again I'm going to pan fry them just because it's faster and then it's less going in the oven really for me, otherwise I'm not going to have a massive amount of space. Then we've got 16 pork, sage and onion stuffing balls. We've got some turkey gravy. We've also got some luxury perfect beef dripping roast potatoes. Sound absolutely amazing. And then we've got some pigs in blankets. Oh my gosh, Emily's favourite. 12 of them. Last but not least, the turkey breast joint, obviously serving 4. All of the cooking instructions as well are all on the back of the packaging, so regardless of the actual leaflet in the box, everything's on the back, which is really handy because there might be something that you might just keep out of the meal and have separately, etc. So you might not want to keep all the instructions, and you've got them just obviously on the back of the specific item. So the first thing to go in the oven is going to be the turkey. That takes just over 2 hours, about 2 hours 10 minutes. I'm just using a normal electric fan oven that I'm popping that in now, and then everything else will just get done in various stages. I will obviously take you along with me, just showing you exactly how I'm doing it all, and then the end result on the plate, cooked dinner, and then we'll do a taste try, well, me and Emily.
The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. 'cause you're around. Everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
So the turkey breast joint, as I say, I'm going to pop into my electric fan oven, and that is a fan 180 for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You just need to cover it with foil for an hour and 20, and then remove the foil, drain it, and then pop it back in for another 60 minutes. So, and then just leaving it for a bit of time, obviously, to rest after, maybe like 10 minutes before you carve it. This is the turkey, so it's just in the normal sort of silver foil, really easy, nothing else to do with it. But I'm just going to actually pop the foil over the top, pop it in the oven, and in between that I'm going to be getting a lot of these other things on baking trays, and I'm going to cook a few things at a time and then keep them in my top oven just to keep them warm for the next batch of things. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have enough room in my oven to do all of these things together. So it's just doing what suits you, really. So yeah, let's get the turkey in. Most of these items are tending to sort of take anywhere from sort of 30 minutes around that mark, although some things do have a slightly different electric mark fan compared to the turkey. So an odd thing, I think it's mainly the roast potatoes. Yeah, the roast potatoes need 200, whereas I think everything else is 180 pretty much. So what I'm going to do is, rightly or wrongly, I'm just going to pop the potatoes in for longer but put it on a lower mark so that everything just remains on the same mark, just to keep it nice and simple. So I've actually put everything back in the freezer because most things don't need to be cooked for a little while, but you would need to definitely time it all in dependent upon the space you've got in your own cooker. I'm going to have to do a few things in batch just because I can't fit everything in all at the same time. So what I intended to do was the roast potatoes underneath on the second shelf, so the turkey on the top with the pigs in blankets at the side, and then the roast potatoes underneath. But I'm not going to need to even pop them in for at least another half an hour. Then I'm going to bob these in, and then the next batch of things alongside the turkey is probably going to be the stuffing and the parsnips, and then at that point most of the things that are cooked I'm going to be putting them up onto my top oven just to keep them nice and warm, and then I'll be doing the vegetables, the sprouts and the carrots and the gravy, etc. on the hob. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. So the turkey is in, but that's it for now. I'm going to give that at least half an hour before I start even popping anything else in. Obviously, as you can see, I've pretty much got a normal oven, nothing spectacular, guys. So this is just working in progress in terms of how am I going to get all of this Christmas dinner done with just 2 shelves there in the oven. So I'm going to share that with you and see how we get on. So we're about half an hour in now, so what I'm going to do is pop the roast potatoes in and the pigs in blankets. Now, one thing I did realise is the pigs in blankets actually need 190 fan for 30 minutes, but I'm actually going to just do them on 180. Sorry, forgive me, my little puppy's actually crying in the background. I'm going to go see to him in a minute. Emily's dad's with him. I think he just wants something. So the pigs in blankets, 190, but I'm going to pop them on 180 and cook them a little bit longer so it coincides with the turkey. And the same for the roast potatoes. They need fan 200, but I'm going to cook them on 180, but cook them longer. So roughly, these are going to be in the oven for around 45 minutes-ish, and then we'll get to the next stage. So let's get them in. Pigs in blankets, they look very nice. Popping them into the oven now. Obviously I'd usually use oven gloves, guys. It's only because I had the camera quickly in my hand, so I'm going to use them now. When I turn the camera off, roast potatoes underneath, turkey still cooking with the foil on, and the pigs in blankets at the side. So now we're going to cook these for about 45 minutes. In between times I will be taking the foil off the turkey as well. So this is the turkey after the foil's been removed, so it's about an hour and 10 in. Just turn my alarm thing off. So we've got another hour left to go on the turkey, and at this point I'm going to take the roast potatoes out and the pigs in blankets, and I'm going to put the next lot of things in. So next up is the pork and sage and onion stuffing balls. They actually need 180 for 20 minutes, and then the honey glazed parsnips, and they need 200, so it'll have to go on probably 180 as per the turkey. That's what I'm probably going to do, but cook them for a bit longer. So I probably need these in for about half an hour, maybe 35 minutes, slightly more, and these a little bit less. So I will put these in 10 minutes or so, then I'll pop these stuffing bowls in, and then that should be everything pretty much done for the oven. But in between times, I'll then start preparing the vegetables and the gravy on the hob. So let's take out the sausages and the potatoes, see how they're doing. Looking at the roast potatoes, I think they're pretty much done, but I'm just personally going to give them another 5 minutes, and also for the pigs in blankets as well. So yeah, it's only because I've actually turned them down that I'm putting them in for a little bit extra, but I like things, especially sausages, I like to make sure they're fully cooked. So I'm going to give them another 5 minutes. So parsnips are going in now. And as I say, I'm going to give them longer. It says about half an hour, but pretty much going to give them about 40 minutes just because they're on a lower mark. And then I've just made a separate tin just ready to keep warm in my top oven. They're the roast potatoes and the sausages. I have overdone the sausages a little bit, but that's our preference. Obviously, you could just cook them the exact time and they were pretty much fine. It's just the bacon I do prefer a little bit more crispy. If you can hear lots of squeaking in the background, that's just Rolo playing with his toys. And Rolo is our little Cavapoo puppy, in case you didn't know. So these are the pork and sage and onion stuffing balls. Packaging says 20 minutes, so these are kind of the last things to go in the oven. Popping them in now, just while the turkey's got the last little bit of time. And then on the hob, we're going to do the carrots and the sprouts, and then finally the gravy. So just pop in the stuffing balls in now, next to the turkey, and the parsnips are doing nicely just there. So now let's get to the carrots and sprouts. So these are the sprouts and bacon with added butter. Pop them in a pan. You can put these in the oven as well, but I'm definitely struggling for space and it's a lot faster on the hob. It only takes about 15 minutes just heating them through, so that's really good. And then the carrots just at the back of there. These are the maple glazed chantenay carrots. Again, looks like they've got some added butter too, so they do look really good. So let's get cooking. 15 minutes for those. And then we should be done. Just need to add the turkey gravy. The last thing is the turkey gravy, and you actually do it in the microwave. I was thinking that you'd be able to do it on the hob, which you maybe possibly can, but it just says 7.5 minutes, obviously depending on your microwave. But yeah, literally just break the tab on the plastic tub, pop that in your microwave, 7.5 minutes, and it should be done. Everything else is pretty much there.
I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Right, so we're all done. Emily, do you want to move this way because I've got a massive pile of washing right behind you, which I don't want that on YouTube necessarily. I'm only joking, guys, but you know, normal life and all that. Right, so this is it all plated up. Now, first of all, from looking at it, we want to be super quick because we want to eat it while it's hot. But we're going to do a full taste try and do a full review after we've eaten it. But what I would say is, Emily's already eaten it.
I'm trying the gravy before you pour it all over.
Okay. I'm not always keen on turkey gravy, but we'll pop that in a little separate thing. Anyway, portion size, just first impressions, I feel is big. Considering it says serves 4, I'd say it could easily serve 5 as a small portion.
Yeah.
And 4 as a big portion. Yeah.
Couldn't serve 6 though, I'm happy with my
Oh
portion.
no, but it says serves 4. When things serve 4...
You could have some more sausages and blanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could. They are small, yeah. But everything else, you seem to get a lot of parsnips, a lot of stuffing. Turkey, I think, is a reasonable amount. Yeah, I mean, so far, portion size, really true to the word, because we would normally say serves 4, would normally only serve the 3 of us. So, first impressions, Em, what are you reckoning?
Pretty bonza.
Pretty good?
Pretty bonza.
I don't think visually it looks as nice as my homemade Christmas dinner. But anyway, let's go put it to the test.
I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
Well, there's a little afternoon snack.
We've had our Christmas dinner, Rola's having Emily's toes. Oh my gosh, we've had to quickly move from the conservatory, haven't we? Because it's like
so loud.
horrible in there, all the rain. I don't know why I'm talking this high pitched voice. I do that all the time with Rola. Are you beautiful? That rain's not beautiful. The noise is insane.
It is.
Oh, did you enjoy your Christmas dinner, Rolo? Did you like the roast potatoes, or did you like the parsnips best? Or did you like the turkey, or did you like the sausages?
Well, I like the sausages.
Completely joking. Rolo's had none.
He's just
None.
like me.
Ah, be nice, Rolo. Good boy. I think he's tired. Good boy.
Thanks for that, Lola. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay, you go sleep.
maybe wants to sleep a bit more.
Hi, peeps. So
Best bits and worst bits.
Best bits was the veg. They're all very nice, honey roasted, giving them vibes. Pigs and blankets. I love a bit of sausages, a little bit of bacon, so it's pretty nice together. Really like just crispy and nice.
Good.
Worst bits was the stuffing. I love my stuffing. Stuffing is my favourite part of crumbo din. And it was just a bit disappointing.
Anything else that was the worst, or
The chicken was quite dry.
it's not chicken? Start with its turkey.
Turkey, same thing.
I know, well, it isn't actually. No, it isn't.
Turkey was a bit dry for my liking.
Okay.
And the roast potatoes I really enjoyed.
Anything
I know
in-
you guys didn't.
No,
but
I want the skin on
always
the
look at my
roast.
little
But,
toe.
Hello, Rolo Pops. Hello, my mister.
Oh, it was enjoying my toe.
We get so distracted, don't we? I won't say what we were saying a bit earlier on when you were having a little moment to yourself, weren't you? Having a little dive on everything you possibly
Yeah, and when you
could.
bit my lip, I won't forget that one. Never.
Anyways, going back to Iceland Christmas dinner. So value, Emily, not that you necessarily understand the value particularly because you're not paying for the Christmas dinner. But when I've explained to you it was £25, really, and for the portion size. So what do you think to the value in the portion size?
Portion size, pretty good. I didn't eat everything because I didn't like everything.
Yeah.
But if I had, I'd have been really, really full.
Yeah.
The fact that we got 40, it definitely filled out 4. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty bond with that.
And the value-wise, so then you'd say is really good for the money and things.
Well, £25, I would have thought it was a lot.
The biggest question, so obviously my review, I'm
Wait,
going to add
hold
on
on.
to... Yeah.
That works out like £6.25 each
Yeah.
for a whole crumbo din.
The biggest thing
Right,
of all
it's
is,
tickling now, Roland.
would you want me to buy that for Christmas Day dinner? On an honest review.
If it made
that
your life easier,
or me.
yes. Oh, yours is better.
Right.
But if it made your life
thanks,
easier,
Em.
if it made your life easier, I don't mind.
Right.
But I do miss my Yorkshires.
I don't have Yorkshire puddings for Christmas dinner.
You do.
No, we don't.
You do.
When have we had Yorkshire puddings for Christmas dinner?
I swear you do. Anyway,
anyways,
I miss my mashy taters.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You prefer Mummy's Christmas dinner? Thank you, Em. But yeah, other than that,
Well, I
value-wise.
prefer yours.
Yeah, but value-wise, or someone who just want to bungs everything in the oven, be done with it, great value. Brilliant. Thanks for your review, Em.
Hello, Mr. Rolo. Did you not have any Christmas dinner? You didn't, did you? Get your toe out of his face.
Huh?
Get your toe out of his face now.
Just look at all dry skin off.
Hello, my darling. Hello. I love you.
So let's wrap up with my review of the Christmas dinner 2025 from Iceland. You've already heard what Emily's had to say. What's my opinion? What do I think? Would I buy it again? Is it good value? What was good? What was not so good? And the most important question of all is, will I be buying that for Christmas Day for my family? Is that what I'm going to put on the Christmas dinner plates? I'm going to let you know. So for value, guys, I definitely think it is really good value. My husband actually disagreed slightly. He kind of said he didn't think it was as good value. His opinion, by the way, is that it was okay, but it wasn't anything spectacular. And he didn't really think it was that good value. I think that was a bit controversial, if I'm honest. I personally think for a turkey joint to serve for, with your roast potatoes, with your sausages and bacon, obviously pigs in blankets, with all of your vegetables, which are not just basic vegetables, they are like really nice ones, you know, with nice things in them. So I do think value-wise, I think you would struggle to really get something a lot cheaper than that to serve 4 people. So I think on value, it's definitely a winner for £25 for 4 people. Now for ease, in terms of how easy was it to cook, how good is it to have something like that, you know, on Christmas Day, etc. I definitely say it was really easy to put together. The one negative is some of the things don't have the same sort of gas mark, electric fan mark, etc. As some of the other things. So sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. You know, you've either got to go a bit higher or a bit lower, cook things for longer, etc. But I managed it. As I've shown in the footage, I just sort of tweaked it here and there. And I did pan fry the carrots and the sprouts, as I've already shown you, and I do think that was a good way of doing it. But if you don't want to use the pans, you can simply put them in the oven. So I do think the fact that everything can go in the oven is amazing, and I think that's brilliant. If you've got a bit more space, you won't have so much of a problem. So I think for the ease of it, perfect, absolute winner. No peeling the veggies, no messing about, literally pop it on baking trays, pop it in the oven, and you're done. So I think for ease is perfect as well. So a real winner in that department. So I'm going to take you through the good and the bad, take you through each of the items. So let's start off with what I thought was not so good, and then I'll work through to the better items. So the thing that was the most disappointing for me was absolutely the stuffing. Anemic looking after I cooked it, overcooked it, didn't really taste it very much. You can't beat some pack sausage and onion stuffing, guys. So that's what I would do for my Christmas dinner. You can't beat it, can you? Comment down below, what stuffing do you like? Do you agree you can't beat Paxo? I definitely think that's the case. So the stuffing was super disappointing. In fact, we didn't eat it. I didn't actually think it was nice at all. And the next thing, which might be a little bit controversial because I think a lot of people probably really love them, but for me personally, the roast potatoes, even though they were cooked in beef dripping, I just thought that they would be super nice, and I was really disappointed. They were okay, there was nothing really wrong with them, but there were nothing different to just roasties that you just put in the oven, just generally out of a bag, which I don't tend to use, if I'm honest. I like chips and things like that, but for roast potatoes, you just can't beat some homemade roast potatoes. So sadly for me, the roast potatoes were disappointing. The turkey kind of sat there in the middle, as in I think it was okay, it wasn't spectacular, but it was still a really nice turkey joint. So that was kind of in the middle really. It wasn't disappointing, but it wasn't exceeding my expectations. Some things that I think were really good, the pigs in blankets, I would definitely rebuy them. I think they rival a lot of bigger supermarkets, you know, like M&S, etc. I've bought pigs in blankets from there before, and I definitely think the Iceland ones were definitely up there. I really enjoyed them, thought they were super nice. I did cook them for a little bit longer because I prefer the bacon a bit more crispy, but you wouldn't necessarily need to do that. And I honestly thought all of the vegetables were the winner. They were the highlight of the Christmas dinner. So the parsnips, the carrots, which were like maple flavoured carrots, and then the sprouts in bacon, they were super nice, really, really good. And again, I would go as far to say I would buy all of those things separately. I would definitely highly recommend all of the vegetables and the pigs in blankets. So we've gone through value, really great value. We've gone through ease of use and how practical it is. Brilliant, that's a really good one. In terms of the actual taste and the quality of the items, that for me would sit kind of in the middle to a little bit on the disappointing side. As I said, a few of the items were brilliant and the other few items not so much. Actually, I didn't touch on the gravy. To be honest, I don't like turkey gravy that much, but that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all actually, so that kind of sat in the middle as well. So the biggest question is, do I think it's worth it? And would I be using it for Christmas dinner? I nearly forgot, so I'm adding this back in, about the portion sizes. Now, what I would definitely say is, as a family, the three of us, so for me, Emily and her dad, we are reasonably big eaters. So in all honesty, when something says it serves 4, usually I just serve it up for the three of us, because usually that is pretty much okay. What did surprise me, which I think is a really good thing with the Iceland Christmas dinner, is the fact that I don't think it necessarily even serves 4. I think it could even stretch to 5 people for quite small portions. So when I plated all the food up, I was pleasantly surprised with the portion size for definite. So the three of us had our meal, and then there was another plateful left for Emily's dad just to heat up this morning, why am I saying this morning, at lunchtime for his lunch today. So it definitely spread 4 ways for a family that are quite big eaters. Personally for me, I love a homemade Christmas dinner. So for me, no, I won't be actually purchasing it again for myself. However, I would say for a family that is super busy, well, not that I'm not super busy, guys, because I am, but I enjoy making a Christmas dinner. That's what I'm saying. So for someone who doesn't really have the enjoyment in the cooking or doesn't really know how to, for somebody who's just super busy and a few people to feed and just wants a really quick, easy answer to that, I think this is perfect. I do think if you're a little bit picky, as in you like certain roast potatoes done a certain way, you like a turkey joint a certain way, etc., etc., this might not be for you. I would say it's more basic food, quite good quality, but not incredible, not amazing. I mean, I don't know what you'd expect for 4 people, £25 Christmas dinner done. You're not going to get absolute amazingness, are you? But it did get a lot of hype, and I'm pretty sure last year it pretty much went viral, or a lot of people were talking about it anyway. And I did notice that when I was in the queue actually buying the Christmas dinner box and everything, a lot of people were asking me like, oh my gosh, where did you get that from? That sounds an amazing idea. Oh, you just put it all in the oven. So a lot of people were really interested in it. So I do genuinely think that it's definitely a call for some people. But for me personally, not so much. I won't be buying it again. But I did think it was okay, and I definitely think it would be amazing for some people, as I say. I personally will be doing a homemade Christmas dinner for us, but I don't always do it on Christmas Day, guys. I often do it on Boxing Day, so a little bit of a different tradition for us, just so we can fully enjoy the Christmas Day with presents and chilling, and then a Boxing Day is a lovely sort of wake up and a lovely Christmas dinner. So that's what we're going to be doing this year. Comment down below, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you doing Christmas dinner on Christmas Day? Are you going to be using the Iceland Christmas dinner after this video? I hope I've not put people off, and I hope that I've given it justice, because I want to tell the truth. You know, I want to say what I feel, what Emily feels. I think Emily enjoyed it maybe more than me, but there were elements that she just didn't like because she didn't like them. But yeah, I hope I've not put anyone off, because that's not what I'm trying to do. Iceland are amazing, and I buy lots of things from Iceland. I absolutely love them, and I do think a lot of the quality of the food is really super good, especially the luxury items. Nothing wrong with this Christmas dinner. I would obviously highly recommend it to anyone if you want to do something like that for yourself. It's just not incredible, it's not amazing, and I don't think it's quite worth the hype that it probably gets. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. I will drop on the end screen here just a few other videos for you to watch next, in case you're new here and you haven't watched us here at the Brownie Life before. So I hope that you enjoy that content, and definitely join us next week for some shopping Christmas related videos. Don't miss them. Lots more to come on our channel. Definitely subscribe, give this video a like, hype it, and all of those YouTubey things. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Merry Christmas. Bye.